When the world first heard Rosalia's name, she was a flamenco prodigy from Catalonia with a scholar's ear and a revolutionary's heart. With El Mal Querer, she reshaped the boundaries of Spanish folklore. With Motomami, she ruled global pop with swagger and chaos. But with her latest masterpiece, Lux, Rosalia ascends, and the world, stunned, bows in awe.
Llevo 3 años esperando para este momento, esperando este día, y por fin este día ha llegado.
Lux, the Latin word for light, arrives not merely as an album, but as a pilgrimage. In a music industry bloated with algorithmic hooks and streaming fodder, Rosalia's 4th album feels like a sacred rebellion. The 18-track opus blends choral arrangements, symphonic grandeur, and confessional poetry in a way no pop artist has dared since Björk or Madonna in their most fearless eras. From the haunting opener, Reliquia, to the club goth fever dream Berghain, Lux burns with contradictions, holiness and lust, divinity and despair, solitude and spectacle. Each note feels carved from the bones of saints and stitched together with the thread of heartbreak.
I think the best fiction is the fiction that has this blurry line between what's personal and what's universal. What's detailed and what's abstract. There has to be some sort of truth for me in it, but at the same time, I think it's much more about the other. If you are writing from this place, then you can sing from this place.
Lux has been an exercise in pushing yourself as a writer to get to your
100%.
truth.
Yes, I promised myself I was gonna make an album where I was going to finish the thought, finish the song, go all the way until the end. Motomami was minimalist. This is maximalism.
Rosalia, emerging from the ruins of her broken engagement with Rauw Alejandro, does not lick her wounds quietly. She builds a cathedral from them. "I wanted Lux to feel like light that hurts," she said in a recent interview. And indeed, it does. The album pierces through the soul like a ray through stained glass, scattering color and shadow in every direction. If one song defines Lux, it's Berghain, named after Berlin's infamous temple of techno and hedonism. The track is a Baroque battlefield, a collision of Gregorian choirs, pulsing electronic drums, and thunderous timpani that could shake the marble off cathedral walls. Björk's ethereal voice haunts the song like a spirit, whispering invocations of divine intervention before Rosalia erupts into a guttural aria. "His love is my love / his blood is my blood." It's sacrilegious, it's erotic, it's brilliant. Berghane is where Lux proves what critics have now accepted. Rosalia is not just pushing pop forward, she's obliterating its borders. The song blends the discipline of classical composition with the chaos of club culture, reminding listeners that faith and desire often dance to the same beat. Rosalia threads Lux with the spirits of women who gave themselves to causes greater than love. Jean invokes Joan of Arc's martyrdom, her voice breaking as strings screech like flames licking at the pyre. Novia Robot, Palomismo, imagines a futuristic sex doll built to mimic divine devotion, a chilling satire of how modern men consume women. The lyric "Guapa para Dios," hot for God, might be the most daring line in Rosalia's career. It's at once playful and piercing, daring the listener to question where devotion ends and delusion begins. Meanwhile, the orchestral menace of Porcelana builds like a slow-motion car crash of elegance and ruin. The London Symphony Orchestra swells beneath her voice as she compares her fragile heart to cracked china, trembling under the weight of eternity. In these songs, Rosalia doesn't just sing, she confesses, performs miracles, and self-immolates, all within 4 minutes. Rosalia's Lux is not the sequel to Motomami, it's the rejection of it. Where Motomami was asphalt and gasoline, Lux is marble and incense. It turns away from reggaeton swagger to embrace the gravitas of opera, chamber music, and the devotional avant-garde. Sexo, violencia y lantas. Sex, violence, and tires. An absurdly cinematic title bridges both worlds. It fuses trap-inspired rhythms with ancient choral harmonies, a sonic collision that mirrors the struggle between the earthly and the divine. In this album, Rosalia doesn't seek approval, she seeks transcendence. She sings in 13 languages, from Arabic to Ukrainian, as if searching the world's tongues for the one word that might explain love and loss. Each movement feels like a ritual, composed, chaotic, and cathartic. Each track is both a confession and a resurrection. Much of Lux feels autobiographical, but never literal. After her public breakup with Rauw Alejandro, many expected a typical pop revenge record. Instead, Rosalia delivered something apocalyptic and philosophical. La Perla, with its deceptively buoyant strings, slices her ex with precision. He's a pearl, she sings sweetly, before twisting the metaphor into venom. In Spanish, the word perla carries a second, darker edge, one that suggests fragility and falseness. In Lux, love is both sacred and fatal. It's devotion as self-destruction. Every lyric aches with the question, how much of oneself must be sacrificed to feel whole again? That's why Lux resonates so deeply. It's not just Rosalia's story, it's a universal psalm for anyone who's ever mistaken obsession for faith. Rosalia's sonic experimentation here is staggering. With producer Noah Goldstein, whose resume includes Kanye West's Yeezus and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, she fuses church organ grandeur with modern electronica and traditional flamenco accents. Porcelana trembles like broken glass under candlelight. Mio Cristo veers into full opera, complete with Latin arias and orchestral climaxes that feel almost heretical in their sensuality. Meanwhile, Memoria brings in Portuguese fado legend Carminho, bridging Iberian tradition with modern mysticism. By the time Sauvignon Blanc closes the album, Rosalia has turned heartbreak into holy water, washing herself clean of pop's expectations. Critics have drawn comparisons to Björk's Medulla, Madonna's Like a Prayer, and even David Bowie's Young Americans. Yet Lux feels unlike anything before it. It's Rosalia's Sagrada Familia, monumental, ornate, spiritual, and unapologetically unfinished in its ambition. With Lux, Rosalia has done what few artists in history ever achieve. She's transcended genre entirely. She's no longer the reggaeton outsider or flamenco purist. She's a world builder, and Lux is her gospel. Every sound, from the thunderous drums to the trembling vibrato, feels deliberate and divine. Even the controversial imagery, the nun's habit, the straitjacket-inspired fashion, is intentional, a metaphor for how women are confined by their own sanctity and sensuality. She weaponizes beauty, she turns faith into performance, and she makes pop feel dangerous again. In a year defined by forgettable trends and TikTok-ready singles, Lux demands patience and reverence. It's an album that doesn't ask to be streamed, it asks to be experienced. As the final notes of Jean fade, you're left not with closure, but awe. You can hear the echo of monks, the cry of machines, the hum of heartbreak, all woven into something celestial. Rosalia, the girl from Catalonia who once serenaded her way through flamenco conservatories, has now ascended into myth. Lux is not a breakup album, it's a resurrection. It's the sound of a woman discovering that even shattered faith can still shine. In the end, Lux isn't just a record, it's a revolution disguised as a requiem. It's Rosalia, reborn in light, daring the world to follow her into the divine unknown.